The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
56, check 56. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 15 runner. Come on, baby. Let's see what you mean. Switch gears.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And they get this to Austin. It's a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On first down, Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off play action, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Miles Jack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. It's Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Downs to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll turn to Thompson, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Chris Thompson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated for playoff contention. I know nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Tannehill. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Fournette. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Dobbs is throwing. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Tannehill now to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. This is Crowell on the catch. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And now the rookie's free. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Titans 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He's going to fire one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Back to the air on second down. Dobbs. And connecting here with DJ Shark. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw is Tannehill. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
Hey, 4 down.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. A final shot before break. Dobbs. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Line 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's coming this way. Coming this way.
On third down, Dobbs. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Here's Jackson to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Crowell running right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
90 Wolf.
56.
Again, it's Crowell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dobbs. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
First down, Jacksonville.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and goal, Tannehill toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tannehill's pass intended for Adam Humphries.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Back now in Nashville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. Tackle made there by Camille Correa. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Dobbs. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Don't get nervous.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Rock it.
From the end zone, Tannehill. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Tannehill now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now a desperate. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Fournette, 1st down, still going. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They come out here in the eye, and they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Dobbs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's the fullback. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. They're all through now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Dobbs dancing to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Jags, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.